Right, what next? What's this? Oh yeah, Noah. Land. I just want to see the sexy water creatures mostly. Maybe. Some of them are anyway. Pikachu. God. God. I'm not even gonna grace it with a response. I stopped because I realised I already did give it a response, so it's too late. The size of actual planets, what's the point? No one's gonna have time to explore the whole things. This place looks fancier every time I walk in, as in we've only walked in once before, so how do you know? Yeah, I heard the planets were very empty. And I would imagine they're still empty even now. Because how could you make literally however many planets there are interesting? I don't know. But hopefully there's enough to keep you interested somehow. Guess it's not all that when you're living on a big time doctor's salary though. Well, Jules, let's go see what your mum has to say. About what? Yeah. I'm back. You had to take one little wheel forward, just so that your voice would reach her. Just a second, I'll be right down. Meow. Well, look at you, Jules. You've brought all your little friends home with you. We're not little. Come in, we're already in. Oh, you'll have to forgive me for not tidying up. That's okay, sorry for not telling you we were coming. How are you supposed to? There's no phones in this world. Are you supposed to send a letter to someone in this day and age, telling them that you're going to visit? I guess that's probably how they did it. Oh, your mum's just the sweetest, isn't she? I'm jealous. Forehead sweat. Sweet, is that what you call it? Why are we here? Ah, it's about time we had some hydration and a posture. I don't know why I even have the posture thing on. I have to lean forward to the microphone a little bit. So it's immediately ruined again. Unless you can hear me fine from here, which you probably can. Oh yeah, hi Dration, welcome to the stream. Dration sounds like a good name actually. Or Dration. Sounds like a Pokemon. Oh yes, I did spot someone in town who looked just like your father. But it didn't take long before I lost him in the crowd. I don't want to disappoint you if it turned out I was mistaken, Jules. That's why I didn't mention it. You just did though. Hope you can forgive me. It's nothing to be sorry about. That said, how did you know I saw someone who looked like your father in the first place? I figured I had nothing to lose asking the Monstrums for help, but... well... Oh, I get it. That's just how powerful our mother-son bond is, isn't it? Yeah. Sparkly brainwaves. Yeah. Playing VR for the first time was weird. It took me at least a session to get used to Skyrim. Well, maybe more than that actually. It still trips me up sometimes. I haven't played that Beat Saber yet. Not that I would be able to play it, because too much rhythm, but I'd like to try it at least once. I don't think it's free though, so it's probably not worth buying if I'm just going to try it once out of curiosity. Oh yeah, that as well. Different people reacting differently to it, getting motion sick and stuff. Luckily it's alright with me, I just had some my brain didn't like it at first. It felt weird. I guess made me dizzy. and then I took a little while to recover from it after I took it off and sat back at my computer to like readjust. But yeah. Yeah, sure. More importantly, this man you saw was over in the Central District, right? Yes, that's right. I believe he was just on his way out of Balduke Cathedral. But there were so many people there that I ended up losing track of him. It'll probably go down as the biggest mistake of my life, boo-hoo-hoo. Oh, that was spooky. She made ghost noises. As in boo. Beat Saber does look like fun, but I don't think I'd be able to do it. But you never know until you try, I suppose, so maybe. I see, so there truly are people out there who cry boo-hoo-hoo. Apparently. It's Kring. Anyway, if Dr. Noah really did leave from the cathedral... Right, all we have to do is ask if anyone saw him there. Let's go, Adol. Oh, and Jules, dear, if you do happen to run into your father, promise you won't force him to come back. What? Why? Because I trust him. Your father would never leave us without a good reason. I may not know what or why exactly, but that much I can say for sure. There's no way you can know that. Oh, but I do. I'm a lot more perceptive than I look, you know. You should never underestimate a mother, especially not yours, young man. Now promise me, Jules, alright? He didn't. Whoop. Why are we in the cathedral? He said he left the cathedral. This is Balduke Cathedral of the Hieroglyph Church. Yes, I know. Right, and the last place that Jules' father, I mean Dr. Noah, was seen coming out of. Oh, good to see you again. Is it again? Who are you? Ah, Father Ralph. Thank you for coming. And it seems you brought Credo. Let's move somewhere more private for our discussion, shall we? Very real? Yeah, I guess. Pretty much the same. Not that Skyrim ever looks very real. It always looks old. Because they refuse to actually remaster it properly for their new versions and make it bugless. I bet in the Anniversary Edition the bloody bug with the final boss of Dragonborn DLC is still gonna not work most of the time. The one game-breaking thing that I ran into, I think, in my playthroughs. Hi, Milk. I hope you are well today, and not skimmed. Oh yeah, Blade and Sorcery. I've heard a lot about that one. It's fun waving a sword about until you hit something in the real world with your hand, and then die. Yes, I know Dr. Noah well. He was the one we would call whenever worshippers fell ill. Who's worshipping who? Can I have some worship? However, I regret that I don't know if he's come in the cathedral lately. That's okay. Sister Mel, would you happen to know anything? I'm not sure if he's the same person you're looking for, but I recall seeing a rather strange man here just recently. Calling his father strange. Do you remember anything else about him by any chance? He came by asking to see some old medical records. Church keeps all of its records from the past, you see. I remember him because I thought it was such an unusual request. Another hydration? Has it been 10 minutes already? Or 5? Yum. Maybe skimmed milk is good. I think we've got semi-skimmed, the green bowl lid. I think that's semi-skimmed. After I procured them for him, why can't you just say got them for him? Why do you have to be weird about it? Because procured is a real word as well, so you might as well use it, rather than let it rot. He perused them as if in a frenzy. Oh, Bloodborne. Sounds a lot like Dad. And where did he go after that? That was another peculiar thing. He said he had business at the ancient shrine outside of town. Yep, that's probably him then. I thought he seemed like a doctor, but maybe he was an archaeologist. Why would an archaeologist look up medical records? You dumb person. An ancient shrine? Maybe the Norse shrine? Yeah, most likely, and we've been there before. We're off. Look at those massive things. I said it last time, I swear they get bigger every time I see them. Okay then, time to relive some fond memories. Hey Uther. Mum said that we didn't need to force him home, right? Then our work's done, isn't it? We already know he's alive. We already did before anyway. Stepping on one of the pets? In a game? Oh, in real right, stepping on one of your pets when you've got the headset on. Yeah, I'm worried about the cat attacking my legs or something, because he's always going around rubbing against legs. What if I'm having a nice adventure, and then I feel something brush against my legs? And I think it's something in the game. Oh, Dirkethus, what are you doing down there? Wait, Dirkethus isn't hairy. What was that? A ghost. A hairy ghost. Or maybe Dirkethus has a hairy nothing, actually. We're not going to force anyone to do anything, but we're so close. You can't quit while you're ahead, Jules. Huh? You two need to have a heart-to-heart. Wasn't it one of your nails in the coffin? Yeah, but he's a homunculus, so what's the point? Then the real person is going to need to have nails in the coffin as well. Do them all again. There he is.
Dad.
Ah, good voice acting.
Jules, how did you know I was here?
Oh, there was a waypoint on the map.
Is there something you all needed to speak with me about?
You explained that Pamela had been searching for him ever since she saw him in the city.
It's been a long time, so I know how difficult it is to see her.
You can always rely on me to have already thought of something, so there's never any need to say anything. If there's a loot to be had, it's already happening, believe me. Because my brain exists in the gutter. It thrives off the filth. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah. I don't know if a cat would be intelligent enough to think you're a monster. But yeah, dogs might be confused. She's at the school. What? What?
Either way, you know Mom's never going to stop looking for you.
Accidentally stood on his cat, oh dear. I'd probably be too scared to play Slender as well. Though I especially get scared from Silent Hill. Like I remember when I was alone in the house for a while. I don't remember if I was playing or watching a Silent Hill. And then when I went to bed I was scared, even though I know that like monsters aren't real and I don't believe in ghosts or anything. But it's still just weirdly, it gets to you somehow, and I don't understand. I keep thinking I'm going to look at the door and there's going to be something standing there, even though I don't believe in that stuff. Why does the brain do that? I'm the one in control here. Control those floaty bobs. I don't remember floaty bobs in System Shock 2. More reason to play it again.
So she did see me. I should have been more discreet.
If you don't mind me asking, Dr. Noah,
Ah,
what are you doing here?
why is Krisha so much louder? No wonder she's so annoying in battle. Her sound files have been bass boosted or whatever. Or just boosted in general.
Ah, right. Do you see this plaque behind me?
I see the plague behind you.
Inscribed on it is a record of diseases throughout history.
Why would someone put that on a plaque by a shrine?
I came to see if I could find anything useful.
Oh, I see. You were looking for a way to cure Jules.
Ah! Yeah, psychological. Silent Hill, the master of psychological horror.
What? Am I really that transparent?
Yeah? Are you even here? I can't see you.
Still, this might be a good opportunity for me to explain everything to you all. You deserve to know what happened.
Hereditary. I think I've seen that. Was that the one? I guess I probably shouldn't ask because it's kind of a big unexpected thing that happens in the movie. I guess I can discreetly ask, is that the one where a lamppost passes by a car? If you know what I mean. Oh yeah, definitely won't spoil it then, since Beck hasn't seen it.
It was many years ago, long before I knew anything about homunculi.
I vaguely remember bits of that movie, but yeah, I won't say anything more about it then.
I came to learn of an institution that fostered war orphans.
Oh, and Infernal too.
I was a war orphan? Yes. Aprilis had entrusted the four of you to that orphanage. She couldn't take care of you on her own. It was her last resort.
That's understandable.
Indeed, it was in that orphanage where we met Jules.
Yeah, bloody get around to it. I was recommended by Reptiloid to watch a movie called Mandy last night. With Nicolas Cage in it. From 2018 I think it was, and that was just mouldy. I watched it for an hour, but it just wasn't working for me. It's very strange. And there are a lot of long shots where nothing really happens, and it just wasn't clicking, as they say.
You should have seen how happy Bamela was. After all, she couldn't bear children.
Among Us, the movie. Ah, the pie disappeared.
Mom couldn't have children?
That's your punishment for mentioning Among Us. Sort of.
Unfortunately not. But I know that she loved you more because of it. The years after we adopted you were the happiest of our lives.
Aww.
When you became ill, it devastated your mother. That's when I promised her that I would find a cure for you.
Dad.
Yeah. Or I guess the baby scared the pie away, because babies are scary.
One day, in my desperate search to find a treatment, a man approached me.
Oh dear, I wouldn't be surprised if something called Among OS exists one day, if it doesn't already.
That man was an alchemist named Zola.
Yeah, we know about him. He's mouldy.
He told me who he was and asked for my help in his alchemy research. It was then he revealed to me that you, Jules, were a homunculus. I thought that if I helped him, I would eventually find a way to cure your disease.
I had no idea.
That's not quite worthy, that's just the truth. I guess it is.
But why did you have to leave us?
Oh dear. What could that be in reference to? That
The
quote.
hero you were created from suffered from the same disease as you.
How did he fight if he was in a wheelchair? I guess it hadn't taken effect yet.
I surmised that the hero's body would lead me to more clues about the disease.
Suddenly he got loud.
However, Zola kept a firm grip on his research.
Now he's back to normal.
As a condition for becoming his adjutant, I was forbidden from leaving the prison.
Dad,
It's not your fault, Jules. Being sick isn't ever anyone's fault. Believe me, my deepest regret is leaving you and your mother without saying goodbye.
You still can. Say hello instead.
Jules, there's something you've been wanting to say, isn't there? You don't have to wait anymore. You've,
Humph.
Dad,
Why did Credo feel the need to humph during that bit? Just butt out.
to tell you the truth, there were many things I wanted to say to you when I saw you again.
Babies are squishy. How did he find that out? Did he step on one accidentally?
I wanted to tell you how much I despised you. How much I hated you.
Sorry, we're having a nice emotional scene here. Father and son moment. We're talking about stepping on squishy babies. I am anyway.
But now,
What the hell?
how could I say any of
Oh,
those things?
that's tears. I thought his eyes opened a bit, but he didn't have any irises.
Jules,
His eyes peed.
Thanks, Dad. For taking care of me. For being my dad. And for trying to find a cure for me. Thank you.
Oh,
Jules.
as a doctor, it would be imprudent of me to be too optimistic.
use alchemy to cure it. That can clone bodies. If it can do that, well, and souls. If it can do that, I'm sure it can fix some legs.
But I'm progressively coming to understand your disease. There's still a chance for a cure. I will do everything in my power to save you.
Dad.
So you stepped on a duck. Do they fart when you step on them? The eyes are creamy. I don't remember that.
Good thing you two finally hashed it out.
Oh wait. I think I just said something like, I thought his eyes opened but he didn't have any irises or something. I don't know. I don't remember anything about creamy eyes. Hey look, babies! A topical quote.
Hey, by the way, what kind of research were you helping Zola with exactly?
I was looking for ways to extract memories from a person's soul.
I don't know, they all have context at some point. I wonder if that might have been a later quote when we were talking about curry babies. Probably, because people want to eat curry.
That research allowed me to create the primordials and monsters from Adol's memories.
Why did you make monsters, you idiot?
I imagine Zola plans on taking this research even further.
I can understand you making primordials because they're sexy dinosaurs, but
Even further.
But what about Shadowlord?
he's dead.
I thought you two were working together.
Can't, he's dead.
You must mean how Shadowlord gathered those with desirable talents in the prison. That was Zola's plan all along. He was merely using Master Shadowlord. Zola was the one who truly needed them. In spite of that, he rarely shows himself in the prison nowadays.
I've got more than one demon inside me right this very moment. I don't know if I could handle even one actually. Too big.
I'm afraid even I don't know what he planned on doing with them.
Depends what demon it is, I guess.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it wasn't anything good.
I have the apocalypse on my back. That must have been when I had that, like, nuke gun thing. Although that might have been Mass Effect 3. I remember Mass Effect 3 when you're, like, near the end of the game you get a big, like, nuke gun thing that basically destroyed mini-bosses.
Zola is an unforgiving man, if his treatment of Shadowlord was any indication. But if you asked me if he were evil, I wouldn't be able to tell you. He sincerely believes his actions are just, regardless of the implications.
You mean he's a whack job?
Yeah.
The kind you stay away from.
He's whacking off.
That may be true. I admit, I had my fair share of blame for your hardships, Monstrum.
Tong! That came out rubbish. I couldn't go high pitched. Tong! Yeah, that was decent.
For that, I apologize.
Yeah, I had a tong in videos and stuff recently. Although there probably was one in Geneforge too. That playthrough starts in like a week and a half. We're coming up to the last weekend of Zelda, and then Geneforge 2 starts. Yum! And it was longer than Geneforge 1, so it's going to be going on for a while. It wasn't your fault, you saved my life. I guess.
It was the least I could do to make it up to you, but I don't expect to be forgiven on that alone.
Dad.
Thong!
I'll go see your mother soon, Jules. You have my word. My son is fighting his best even when sick. It's only right that I work just as hard. After it's all over, we'll go back to how it was. You, me, and your mother.
He'll be dead at the end, because he's a homunculi. This.
Crimson
Oh.
King? No, at all. Zola is profoundly fascinated with you. You have no reason to trust me. I suggest that you be careful.
I'll kill him. Easy as that.
Now then, it's nearly sunset. I'd better return to the prison.
I'll buy.
You'll have to excuse me.
Dad? You be careful too.
There's a lot of monsters between here and the prison.
Yes, I will.
Meow. It's a good job there's no monsters around when there's a cutscene going on, conveniently.
Hey, good for you, Jules.
Yeah, thanks. I should thank you guys too.
You already did just now.
We're all happy for you, Jules. Your dad is a good person after all.
Why is she so loud?
I believe there is much I can learn from him as well.
Yeah, he's alright. Can we go back to town now?
You didn't have to come with us, Credo. Oh, she doesn't have voice acting though. Right in the family, Jules. Or whatever. Why is it called the family jewels? Why is it called the jewels? I guess because the bits down there are round like jewels are sometimes. I guess that at least makes more sense than a lot of other terms that come from some weird places. Oh yeah, the best bits. If there's a good, what is it called? There's a good video editing program, a free one called VideoPad. The only bad thing about it is after you use it for a while it starts like asking, please confirm that you're not using this to make money, and then you just click the button that says, yeah, I'm just using this for personal stuff. Every time you open it up and it just lets you use it. That's a good video editor, got lots of options. It can be a little bit finicky for some things, like if you want to do transitions between clips, and some of them are only premium, but... Oh, Vegas Pro, that's okay then. Yeah, if you've got that, you probably don't need a free program then. I see. So it wasn't your father I saw after all, what? Yeah, unfortunately not. I could have sworn I caught a glimpse of him, face and all, but... I must have been mistaken. I suppose it's time I finally threw in the towel on this. Yeah, he's gone forever. Oh now, don't be so glum, chums. Chums? What a fancy word for a noble person. Hello, me old chum. Woo! What was that? Right in the... What? Get out of the game, mouse. Right in the... Mummy Daddy button. What? Fat bastard is a weirdo anyway. Who knows what he's on about? Oh, there he goes for his bath again. How can you be infernal if you're wet putting out the inferno? Open shot. Is that free as well? Always a good idea to have a backup program. Caden Live. 2 backup programs. Your device? Don't drop your vibrator in the tub. Imagine dying from an electric shock from your vibrator. I mean, I'm not telling people that you actually have a vibrator, that's still your secret, but I don't know if you do, don't worry. Oh, good that you didn't lose any progress at least then. But yeah, whenever you feel up for it. I don't know how it all went, of course, but I imagine I can hazard a guess. Your father just isn't quite ready to see me again yet, is he? Mum. Thank you for humouring... Oh, thank you for humouring me, Jules. The same goes for the rest of you as well. It isn't much, but I'd like you to have this. A defence elixir randomly. You have a bottle of strange concoction that I don't understand. We appreciate your kindness. Of course, sweetie, think nothing of it. More like sweaty. If she can smile as a doll, she can probably sweat too. I hope so, anyway. Glop. Glop, glop. Concoction. That should be a convention for penises. Cock-con. Shouldn't. Now I suppose I ought to get back to cooking. See, I've been working on a special little festival day treat for everybody. I may stop by to deliver it later, so try not to spoil your appetite. We won't. Thanks again, Miss Noah. Job well done. Now that is a con I would go to. If it's a furry con though, because I don't want to see real man bits. I see my own too often, and it scares the hell out of me. Ever since my dad said he'd come home someday, I've been keeping it from my mum, but I guess she figured out that we were hiding something from her anyway. Seems so. Call it a mother's intuition. I wonder if that means Dr. Noah might be able to come home sooner than he thought. With a wife that understanding, I bet she'd be fine with all the alchemy stuff. Why is everyone so sweaty? I'm not so sure about that. Either way, whether or not he does is entirely up to him. It's when I take Mum's feelings into account that things get a little more complicated. Yeah, I know what you mean. In any event, now that we've reported back, shall we attend to our remaining matters?
Job well done.
Oh, they actually did say job well done. I just... Not at all though. It was credo.